Hey guys, welcome to the channel for another boss fight guide for Stranger of Paradise, this time with the knights on the horse. I think it's called the Black Knights. So right away you can see that he's a giant metal knight on a giant metal horse with a really cool two-sided lance, and that's just really badass. But anyway, this fight is actually not so bad. The biggest thing, he's the Black Knight, okay. The biggest thing that you want to do is worry more about the second phase. If you do have any earth-based attacks, make sure you use those. The horse is very weak to them. As you can see, I'll be casting earth-based stuff here every so often. It does almost 400 damage to him every single time. It's really solid damage. So make sure you're doing that. Outside of that, his attacks are easy to dodge. I'm not doing the best showing here because I was actually learning his moves here. This was my first and only attempt with this boss. So you can see, just based on them, only one attempt, he's actually not so bad. I do end up going through all my potions and have to do a little bit of dancing with him at the end, but the biggest threat with this guy is mostly the second phase. As you can see, all his attacks are very easy to dodge in the first phase. I just make stupid mistakes being greedy. So just keep your distance when you can, cast earth spells if you can. Outside of that, you can see we landed so much damage here on this part, and it's just very easy to take down with that. Now, going into the second phase, he can do a lot more that can be very troublesome. The biggest thing that's going to be problematic for most people is that he can actually summon more of himself. They're just mirages though. So with the windstorm here, I didn't do it this time, but make sure that you absorb that windstorm and throw it back at him. It does decent damage, and it's a very easy thing to absorb because it's so slow moving. So I do it right here, as you can see, send it right back at him. Free damage, why not? Outside of that, his melee moves are very easy to dodge. You can see that I have no issue with that. This here, where he makes extra images of himself, I actually just avoided them the whole time. I think that my allies were doing a lot of work and taking them out. I just straight up stayed away from them and focused on the Black Knight, dancing around him, casting spells when I could, absorbing his windstorm and sending it back at him. It's very easy and free damage, and then I just avoided everything in general outside of that. Also, I think during this phase, I don't know for sure, but I think during this phase, lightning is what I could do the most damage with, so I kept using that whenever I had the MP to do so. His scintilla attack, you can absorb, and it gives you some pretty easy MP, so make sure that you do that as well. He does it 3 times, and every time you can just absorb it really easy. You can get over a full bar of MP on that. Again, he does summon multiple of himself. I just avoided them. You can see that I'm out of potions at this point, and I'm just running around avoiding and absorbing where I can so I can cast spells every so often. And this strategy actually works. So if you have a hard time actually getting in there and dealing damage, just keeping back and doing absorbs and throwing stuff at him every so often can get you the victory on this fight. His melee moves are very easy to dodge outside of a couple very quick acting ones. But as you can see, my allies here, the AI, actually do a really good job taking down the clones and then distracting him for most of the fight, which is really great to see. They do have a little bit of guarding syndrome where they spend a lot of time just blocking instead of attacking, but all the same, they are a worthy distraction, and it allows you to do a lot of free damage, and there you go, that's the fight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped. If it did, make sure you leave a like on it so YouTube will recommend it to more folks that may need help. And also, this final animation for the kill of the boss is so cool. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys soon for more.